So what hormones are we talking about?
I was just about to ask you that because like there's this fear around hormones, right? I'm on hormone replacement therapy, changed my life, right?
Yeah.
But so many women are afraid of it. They're like, oh, I'm going to get cancer if I do hormones. And I'm like, no, you're not. Can you like explain a little bit about that?
So let's talk a little bit about what hormones we're talking about. So your ovaries make estrogen and testosterone. Every single month when you ovulate, your ovulatory follicle makes progesterone. And each of these hormones in our body have a really important role. Almost every single cell in our body, starting from our brain down to our toes, are affected by each of these hormones. So our muscles, our organs, our brain, our bones, everything, our mood, literally everything, our heart, our lungs, every single part of our body is affected by each of these hormones.
Wow.
And so when you start losing your hormones, or your hormones start changing and shifting in perimenopause, your whole entire body is affected. So estrogen is one hormone, testosterone is another, and progesterone. And each of these have a role. So progesterone is a hormone, I think of it like a Bob Marley hormone, but it'll help with your mood, it'll help with anxiety, it'll help with sleep. And not in this whole perimenopausal process, we don't necessarily lose all these hormones at the same order. So first, very classically, we'll lose progesterone. Progesterone is that hormone that women tend to lose first in this perimenopausal process. They'll notice that in the 10 days before their period, they have significant mood changes. Their sleep is shit. They're not they're waking up in the middle of the night at 2 a.m., tossing and turning. They have staring at the ceiling. They have rage in the couple days before their period. Everything that their husband does irritates them. Things that, or they're not able to handle stress the same way that they were able to handle stress before. So if you look at, this time period is very busy. People are taking care of their parents. People are taking care of their jobs and their children, and everything just culminates all at once. And so it's kind of hard to tease out like, hey, am I stressed because I have life happening?
Yeah.
Or am I stressed because of my hormones? Probably both. But if you were to have the same amount of stress 5 years ago, you can probably handle it a little bit differently than the way you're handling it now. And so that's, a little trick or clue that this is probably happening.
So that's progesterone doing all of that.
That's progesterone. Yeah. The mood, anxiety, relaxation is progesterone, and they kind of all overlap. But progesterone is first, and progesterone is also that hormone that helps protect the lining of the uterus. It's kind of like the cement in the lining, in between your bricks in the lining of the uterus. So if you have less progesterone, that's why your periods are so heavy, why people bleed in between their periods, why they have irregular periods in perimenopause, is because progesterone really regulates the lining of the uterus. And without as much progesterone, you just kind of have this like boom waterfall of bleeding. And that is another thing that women in perimenopause really deal with.
Wow.
So you can supplement with just progesterone if that's all you need in the beginning. Testosterone kind of takes a slow decline starting in our mid-30s. It's not like this big drop that we see with estrogen and progesterone. And so women can supplement with testosterone too. Testosterone is a neuroendocrine hormone too, helps with our mood, helps with anxiety, helps with libido, helps maintain muscle mass, helps with literally decision-making ability, brain fog, all of these things testosterone is so important for.
Wow.
And then last but not least, estrogen, which will help with the hot flashes, which will help with the cardiovascular benefits, help with preventing cardiovascular disease, help protect our bones, help protect our brain, help protect our mood, and help with anxiety too.